So I got this movie, and there was a lot of like comedic people in the film. It was like Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, Anna Faris, and all these people. And they were having a table read. Going back to that era, I caught just the end of that era, touring some of the last films that I did in that era, and so they put me in football training for 6 weeks. I trained with USC. Then we rehearsed for 3 weeks after that. We still had that bulk of time, which was really, really cool. But the moral of the story is, thank goodness for that sitcom table read training.
Absolutely.
Because there was no like lead up to it. There was no, hey, this is going to be a big table read. You got to do it. It was just, you got the info, show up. It's just a table read, do your best, whatever. It's not the case.
No.
When Adam Sandler shows up and he's got bits and he's throwing out things and everyone shows up, point of the story is there was a guy cast as my like best friend in the movie. He had quite a large role in the movie. He didn't have that training. He didn't have the discipline. He was very well known at this time. To be honest, he actually auditioned for the role that I got. And then they were like, but we love you. I mean, you're doing so good right now. Would you take this role? And he was like, all right, I'll take the best friend role, whatever. Anyway, he gets there. Again, really well-known actor. I was even like, wow, this guy's doing really well. He just didn't prepare, man. And when you go around the table and you've got Adam Sandler and Anna Faris, Rob delivering their own bits, and like it's big, and then you get to him and he's like, and he missed the jokes.
No,
they fired him.
Yeah, they do. That's right.
They didn't even have him back the next day.
It's crazy.
They just let him go right at the end of the table.
Crazy, dude.
All of us kind of saw it happen. It's devastating. And you know what? What's really wild is that it was hard for him to regain his stride again. Like I really think that was a big kind of moment in his life where, because after that, his career kind of turned and never got back on track. And it's like a moment like that, I could have been in his position for sure. If I didn't have that discipline and work ethic to know that, man, I not only got to know my lines, I got to know everybody else's, and I got to come prepared with beats. And I also got to be able to be prepared mentally to be able to riff and go off book with these top level comedians. So like I've been thinking about it for like 5 days. I had written all, and thank goodness I had that preparation, because if I hadn't, I would have been the one who was fired.
Work ethic and discipline. I'll tell you a story quickly that matches that, or not matches that, but is similar. Melissa and Joey pilot. We put that show together for ABC, right? And we're sitting in there, and Melissa had similar training to us, where she came up in that world, and you had to deliver a table read. And with the whole script with us, it was a long script. It's 58 pages, which is about 10 pages longer than a shooting draft. Okay, not to get too in the woods about that. But at any rate, everybody was there. It was ABC Family's first like half-hour comedy that they had really swung for the fences with a couple of names, with Melissa and I headlining the thing. It was just a pilot, okay? We had, and what they do is they time, the script supervisor times.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Remember, times
the table read. Time card. I haven't seen that in years.
They time the table read, and that way they can tell how long they are.
Right.
So if we run, because a half hour, an episode of half-hour comedy can run about 22 minutes, okay? Because you have to factor 8 minutes in for ads, right? So 22 minutes. So they basically time it so that if it goes well, but we are 29 or 30 minutes, they know they have to cut 7 minutes out of the script. And now they've heard what works, so it's easier for them to cut what isn't as funny, right? The stuff that doesn't work. Okay. So we had, and they call the difference between the 22 minutes and however long the script is called the laugh spread. Okay. Normal laugh spread for a funny script is about 5 minutes. That's like a great laugh spread. Okay. That's like the best of the best. Okay. So Melissa and I were so on our game, and the script was so well written. We had a 14-minute laugh spread. Okay. It was such an amazing table read, okay? And Melissa and I were so equally on it that pilot, when we had our first network run through, which is 4 days later, okay, and they had to cut a lot, obviously, because they had the crazy the president of the network announced that they picked us up for a full season without that show airing off of a table read.
Right.
That's how important that is.
There you go. It's huge.
Preparation,
you don't realize it,
and discipline.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it, because that's never happened. You shoot a pilot,
you wait
have to wait
6
a long
months.
time. And that's never happened again. But that's, in that moment, they knew based off of that preparation that they had something special. And then they did. They had it was the number one show in the network, and it ran for 5 years. So, you guys were both on it,
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's right. That's right. That was really fun. Really fun. So, any rate, but that is what it's about. And I feel like we may not be the most talented guys in the room, certainly not the best looking guys in the room. We're certainly not the most unique guys in the room, but we've been able to hang around because we work our asses off. Yeah. And we're continuing to work our asses off, and we have to do it in different ways because everything changes every 5 years. So that work you're used to has to be new kind of work. And we're still finding things. Yeah. I really love podcasts.
And I think we truly love it. Which is the big thing.
I love working with you guys.
I just love being on set.
Me too.
I love the camaraderie of whether it's a small crew of 30 or a big crew of 150, all working together.
And a chef. I love it.
No trailer, or you have a craft suit, a bus, and a chef.
Yep.
It's really opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Man,
no food or a bus.
I don't care. I don't care if I have no room.
No.
I don't care if I'm changing on the side of a road. Like, I really do. I love the process. I love working with these people that all have, their abilities in their, own, lane, and they do it so well. And you see all these people working so hard to create this one, like, basically dream or imagination that somebody had.
Living art, man.
All working together. I think there's nothing like you listen to a great song. That's also one of the top, pinnacles of art forms, in my opinion. But then when you do a motion picture, actually you combining music, moving pictures, performances. I truly don't think there's any other really greater art form on the planet. And to get to be a part of something like that,
together in the right way, and a lot of times we see it come together in the wrong way. But when it comes together and all those parts work,
oh my god,
and it's edited right, and and you're like,
gotta be the greatest.
Why does this moment feel like the greatest moment ever? And that's that's the magic of, like I said, especially I love it too. But after all these years, in all honesty, I love it now when I feel like it's something good. Yeah, and when you're there and it doesn't feel, because you can also feel that.
Of course.
It's like, oh my god.
However, I've been surprised, and so have people on set. We dredge through this.
We thought this was a piece of crap.
Dredge through this project, gets into the editor's hands, and this guy just finds the crux and changes the whole thing, and you go watch it, and everybody's like, oh, hey, this is
as we know, editing can make or break.
Oh my gosh.
You could have a bunch of shit footage, and somehow it comes together, and you're like, this is incredible. And the other side of it, you can have a bunch of great footage, and the editor destroys it.
Yeah. Did you know the story about...
Destroys it. That's no sleep. I lose my voice when I don't sleep.
I can't sing when I don't sleep.
Me either, dude.
If I'm tired, I can't sing.
Yeah, I can't
sing.
Let me try a little Andrea Bocelli. Go. What now?
Little warm-up, I do.
La 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 la.
I don't even. I totally lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No idea what I was saying.
Train, another good band. Let's sing one of their songs.
Oh God.
And Stain. But you know what, a band called Stain?
Yes, there was a Stain.
I'd like to see a Train Stain combo tour. Train, and just when you thought you couldn't get enough of Train, we have Stain. What? There was a stain on the train. No. There are two bands. They're performing together. Anyway, good.
No, I forget where I was going.
I'm sorry.
I don't even
I'm so
know.
sorry I did that to you. I'm sure it'll come back.
It might come back. I don't know. I hate when that happens.
Me too. Was
Makes
it
me feel like
important?
I'm old.
Well,
I mean, there was a good point to it, yes.
Yeah?
But,
not just the one on the top of your head?
Yeah.
We'll be here all night, try the veal.
Oh my Lord. I can take it to another point that I missed before.
Okay.
Which was that, so Tom Brady, we were talking about.
Yes.
He caught, he's been catching slack, but he caught a lot of slack. I think it's so funny.
He's the greatest ever, dude.
No, people like
When
to
did it
pile
change?
on.
That the greatest ever is now somebody you hate.
It's so wild because I love the media with how they handle things these days. It's literally like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
They literally are talking about how they're the most compassionate people on the planet, but yet then Tom Brady, he was on top for long enough.
Yeah, I know.
He messed up his marriage. Now let's go for the juggler. Yeah. And it's like, what is wrong with people?
What did he do wrong?
Why does... And then the whole media turns on this guy, and you're like, wait, what is going on? It's so strange. The most compassionate people on the planet then just attack someone who's actually going through a rough time? It doesn't make any sense.
Where's the compassion?
Anyway, my point is they jumped on him for saying this. I mean, jumped him. He had to apologize. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I was watching it going... I understand.
What did he say?
What did he have to apologize? I understand. There's a reason to tie this all together.
I'm Tom Brady. I'm not apologizing to anybody.
I understand why people wanted him to apologize and why he later did apologize. Okay. I understand.
Okay.
But I was a little bummed that he didn't explain what he meant because I actually understood and felt 100% of what he said because it also relates to our business as well and relates to any group of people that are trying to accomplish anything bigger than themselves. He said, they asked him because his ex-wife was talking about how he was not present enough in his relationship. Right. And he said, the only way I can really explain it to you and the only way you can relate to it is if you've been to it, an NFL season, and for me, that's most of the off season as well.
Right. I told you,
Is
he
like
preps in the offseason.
is like going to war.
Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Brotherly Love Podcast.
For full episodes, go to the Brotherly Love Pod's YouTube channel, link in the description.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon right now.
That's right, there's a link in the description for that too. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks.